So good afternoon. Yeah, I think I don't speak Serbian, but what I understood from Mr. Heisler's speech that he mentioned that I'm not an architect, and that's true. So sorry for that. In a place that is for it's a chamber for engineering. Somebody is speaking who is not an engineer by himself. So I'm a sales manager for a couple of countries. I will just try to summarize to you why we think it's important to talk about BIM. I believe you already experience it a little bit, but what I would like to show you is some examples around the world. So the title of my presentation is not Santa Claus, but BIM is coming to town. It's December, but it's true. So he's coming. So it's better to watch out that he's really coming. You will see these slides from my colleagues about why BIM. I will not go into the details, just show you, maybe you're familiar with this chart. You know this chart? Okay, so basically BIM is about a methodology that brings a little bit reshuffle the whole thinking about designing and running projects around the construction. So my colleagues will explain it much better. But what is important that the cost of the changes and the roles of the different players is changing. So let me show you how is it in the world. Just a rough question or picture about the world. So we are a global company. We are very close to you. We are from Hungary, Budapest, but we are represented in more than 100 countries. And not by myself, but we know a lot about what is happening around the world, around construction, design, architecture, construction, and so on, and all the disciplines connected with the architecture and the construction. So if you look at this picture, you would say, oh, around the world there's a lot of standards about BIM already, and you missed something here in Serbia. Well, I must tell you that it seems to be a busy slide, but considering that's the whole world, so you see here something like 12 countries where BIM is really in standard already. If we look at the continental Europe, there were only 2 countries so far who standardized on BIM. But it just changed recently. I mean, the European Committee for Standardization made a major step against it or supporting BIM. I just copied these sentences from the website. So this is the European Committee for Standardization website. Just recently, they announced 3 standards around BIM, around the construction industry. The most important one is the first one, that they made IFC the standard for all Europe. Do you know what IFC is? This industry foundation classes? No, this is a file. Basically, this is a file format, which is standard. This is a file format that all different applications, different disciplines can use to exchange information about the design. So this is really good news that there is a standard for that. It's company independent. There is a committee who is defining this standard. And what is also another good news, since it's not in regulation yet, because you know this European type of regulations. Someone in the headquarters says in Europe that it's a standard. So then the local authorizations must include them into the local regulations and into the local standards. So until end of April next year, it must be in the local standardization. So this is the time, basically, these 5 months, let's say, when standardization offices are working on standardizing on BIM, based on the European standards. And I also have a really good news for you, because it's not just a European, it's a European committee, but not just for the European Union. There are many countries who joined this committee, including Switzerland and Turkey, let's say. And the best news I just yesterday read on the site that Serbia joined as a full member of this committee from 1st of January. So most probably your standardization office will also, maybe not for this deadline, but during the next year, will standardize BIM in. So thank you very much. It's just a teaser for the next presentations. I put there two important logos on the picture. So this is OpenBIM and Building Smart. Building Smart is the organization who is developing this IFC standard. It's a vendor-independent organization, but supported and funded by vendors anyway. And OpenBIM is the technology what is using these standards, what we are supporting with our software. So we're doing this for 30 years, and we are here now to share a little knowledge about that with you. So let me introduce the colleagues here. The next speaker. I hand it over to him. It will be easier because he is speaking Serbian.